finally got a good Disney movie, man. It took long enough. They killed me with Endgame, but I gotta say, Toy Story 4 was the greatest Disney movie I've seen this year. Haha. It's Pat Brady, man. We here at Marvelous Bluntz, DIGGG, with the Toy Story 4 movie review, man. I gotta just straight up say out the back, man. This movie was great. It was a great closure to what Toy Story, like the franchise, was. Because I can't lie, I was very, very skeptical about the fact that they were doing another Toy Story after Toy Story 3. Because Toy Story 3 ended so good, you like, why would they even make a 4? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, here goes Disney with that money hungry shit. They trying to get our money again. But what do? Give it to them. So, hey, you got me, but you got me in a good way. Toy Story 4, man, it's their latest installment in this Toy Story franchise. And I gotta say, PIXAR, they don't miss. I'm talking about on the feels of a Toy Story movie. They didn't make it long like dumbass Endgame, trying to stuff anything. They didn't try to stuff it. They literally gave it its own story. And we're gonna get right into the break of it, man. I'm gonna talk about the characters. The characters, I really, really love the characters, man. From the regular cast, even though in this movie, the regular cast was backseated completely. Like, even Buzz, this was Woody's movie. This was Woody's movie about realizing, you know, even though you may seem like, to me, it's like, even though he seemed like he thought he was lost, like he didn't have a place, you have a place everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Even as a toy, to, you know, like a touch another kid. You know what I'm saying? So it was about him really like learning about himself, like learning like, dang, like this is gonna be me. Like, am I gonna be keep fighting for old things like Andy, or you gonna, you know, like realize like you can really have to move on in life. You know what I'm saying? It was like an adult and a toy message at the same time. Like, you gotta move on in life. So basically, the toys are back with Bonnie. If you saw the third one, you know about Bonnie. She basically was giving all of Andy's toys. Bonnie is going to kindergarten now, and the toys, they're kind of backseated. So when I say backseated, to her new toys that she's gotten, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're really like hand-me-down toys. Woody is in the closet mostly all the time. Like, that's the conversation, how much Woody is in the closet. So she has to go to school, but her parents, you know, they're like, you can't bring a toy. But she ends up going to school making a toy named Forky. Forky is this great character, man. He was like dumb as shit at first, literally like trash. But Woody literally spends the whole movie showing Forky the importance of when a kid puts your name on the bottom of that shoe. When he put it, when y'all know when Andy put that Andy on the bottom of Woody's shoe, that was Andy had him a real toy, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's really cool to see how Woody was like, man, you got to stick to that quote. Like, once you get a kid, it was like literally like even having kids in real life. Once you get a kid, you are stuck with that kid, and you got to take care to that kid till they move on in life, man. So all your parents that was a message to the parents to take care of your damn kids. Right, everybody. And then it was crazy how little Bo, I actually didn't like that part about Bo, even though she was cool, and Bo was thick as shit. They had Bo. She wasn't that thick in the third one, but she was super thick in the fourth one. Woody was sticking to, you know, toys, sticking to their kids, and they had Bo. She was a lost toy, like these lost females out here. These lost females out here. And she just wanted to do her own thing, you know what I'm saying? She didn't want to be, like, connected to a toy anymore. And Woody was just with them natural, man, stick with the kid morals, you know what I'm saying? So the whole movie is about basically sticking with the kid, you know what I'm saying? Even if you're a lost toy, it's always a kid for you. It was actually a character in there named Gabby. She was like a doll that was born with a defect. So she didn't have a voice box, so she was in the antique shop where most of the action went down, you know what I'm saying, between Woody and Forky. Forky ends up getting kidnapped, you know, because Woody got the voice box, so she wants Woody's voice box. And it's crazy how she went through that whole movie trying to get something, and that's another lesson in itself, how great the movie was, the message. Like, she went that whole movie trying to get something that she thought she needed, and really she was as good as herself. You know what I'm saying? So that was like another message. Like, just be yourself, you know what I'm saying? And even with to a toy, that could be a message to a kid, adult, whatever. Be yourself, because it's somebody out here for you that maybe think they're lost just as you, but y'all really not lost. Y'all can get together. And y'all gotta really excuse me too, because I'm getting all into it because the weed is talking. The weed is calling. So if I get all like deep into it, just know that's the weed. The rest of the characters were funny. Like I said, Bo was in it, the regular characters, but she was like action Bo. It was a really, really funny character. Giggles, McDimples. She was fun, like a little funny, little jittery character, side character. And then Key and Pele, I don't really watch their show, but I know they funny guys from the clips that I seen. They played these little toys that were like stuck together that you can win at the if you like play darts. And they had like this ongoing joke in the movie where they just always wanted to kill humans, and it was just hilarious. Like, they did a good job with them voiceovers. Also, who did a good job as a character, Keanu Reeves. I really didn't. I just was watching him on The Matrix, so I'm like, this dude can't be a funny guy, man. This dude was hilarious. As his nickname is Kaboom. I think his first name is Duke. Yeah, I'm getting this information from my information person. Duke Kaboom, young. He brought so much light to that character, young, and they just kept the movie light. It was dark, but they really kept the movie light. Even Gabby, the evil, like, I guess, character, ended up being a good character. You know what I'm saying? Woody brings the best out of everybody. And you could actually tell, like, the toys had got older. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were breaking, like Bo was breaking, you know, even with Tim Allen and Tom Hanks, their voices are older, so they sounded like older characters. But I think everybody played a good role. It's a great movie, you know what I'm saying? The script was good. And they have a long runtime, like I said, so they gave you a good story, and that was it. For people looking out for the beginning of them, you know how Pixar has the shorts in the beginning and shit, you know what I'm saying? That's not in there. So if you're looking for that, that's not in there. You know, they just went straight to the movie. You know, they wanted to get straight to the story, which I thought was smart. They didn't add Andy to it. You know, they let this be a toy movie. It's some emotional parts in there. I'm not a crier. I'm a grown-ass man. I ain't gonna cry in a movie theater, but you can hear sniffles in there. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But then, I can't lie, it hit a bone, though. It hit that chili bone where you was like, oh, shit, you know what I'm saying? They said a certain line in there. When they said that Infinity to Beyond, I'm not gonna tell you, I mean, I spoiled it, but I ain't gonna really spoil that. When they say that Infinity to Beyond, if you a real Toy Story fan, that just hit you in the heart like, oh, my heart. I was like, oh, nah. Somebody next to me was bawling, crying like a motherfucker. I ain't gonna say no names, but they in the room. This was a great movie, man. Like, it was so great that I don't even have to talk about it long, and I feel like it just ended Toy Story well. One thing, like I said, I didn't like was the fact that they made Bo, like, in charge of everything. Woody was normally the leader type guy, but I was actually told, I talked to somebody about the movie, and it was like, it's kind of different because you got to realize he's like the toy in the closet. So he's not the same Woody. He definitely was a different Woody, but it's still the same Woody. Still had his morals about these kids, and still had his morals to his toys, you know. So it really was a Woody movie, man. As a Woody fan, him being my favorite in Toy Story, they did a great job. Shout out to Pixar. Shout out for Disney for letting Pixar just do their thing and not really have their hands in too much agenda stuff. Nothing like that, man. This movie should be telling all the kids, man, go get toys, man. Forget an iPad, parents. Fuck an iPad. Let them toys raise your kids so their imagination can really flare. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like our generation, like 95 down to like the 80s down, we have a bigger imagination than these kids. They just way smart, but them iPads raising them. So take your kids to go get some toys. I don't care how I order them off Amazon. We need more Forkies out here. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just her imagination, and Forky didn't understand that even though he was made of trash, you a toy, bro. You the kids' toy, you something special to them. So I think they did a good job of what they did. You should probably definitely go spend your money to go see that if you're gonna go see anything. You know what I'm saying? Don't go see Endgame again. They're putting it in theaters again. Spend your money to go see Toy Story. Have a good time. Take your kids, take your cousin, go on a date and stuff like that. And definitely gonna get this movie a lighter up. You did get a flick, man. Great movie, man. Quintonio gotta go see this movie. When you see this review, you need to go see this movie, man. It's marvelous. Bluntz, you dig? Like, subscribe. I'm definitely gonna put my new single Nat Nat with Rashad Stark like down below, so you go click that and crank that out. It's pop, man. You dig?